My friends, what can I say besides put your hands together for the incredibly talented Vanilla Expanded team who have gifted us all today with the next generation of Dryads. You guessed it, as of 30 minutes ago, Vanilla Ideology Expanded Dryads has dropped. Well, I mean, I would say at long last, but the turnaround on this mod is absolutely mind-blowing. And much like Charlie Bucket dashing through the streets with his Wonka-branded golden ticket, I too ran home straight to my PC, straight to Rimworld, to see what Dryads we have in store. Pierre's kingdom is bigger and better than ever, and I could not be happier. And without further ado, no recaps of yesterday, no getting carried away with Yayo, autobongs, whatever else we've got going on in the background here. Let's just take a look at some fresh new Dryads, plucked fresh from the tree. No pun intended, I suppose that actually works this time. We have ourselves at the very top here a Stone Digger Dryad, an extremely easygoing cast of Dryad that specializes in finding stone chunks. Absorbs minerals from the ground that help harden its carapace while leaving excessively large pieces aside. That sounds really useful. Okay, we've got the Acid Spitter, a Dryad cast specialized in territorialism and can launch ranged acid projectiles. Finally! Though it can dish out tremendous damage, it's vulnerable in melee due to its oversized mouth. Okay, a little bit of strategy behind it. I like it. Look at that. Absolutely no armor at all. Wowee, okay. And then we've got the Galbrick Maker, cast of Dryad, which specializes in producing a unique, shaggy, leather-like material. Together with its Garanlan tree, this Dryad can be sheared for a soft, beautiful, insulative material on an ongoing basis. However, it's slow and ineffective at work or combat. Not so useful this time around on the nudism front, but at least now we can build leather-based things like doormats a little bit more simply. And then finally we have the Nectar Maker. This is something I'm so glad they've added. A curious Dryad cast specialized in ambrosia production. Together with its Garanlan tree, this Dryad can generate invigorating ambrosia on an ongoing basis. However, it is completely defenseless and requires careful attention against threats. That's incredible, because for the longest time, there hasn't been a vanilla, I mean, this is essentially vanilla, let's be honest, a vanilla way to get ambrosia, so I'm super happy with that one. And that is just the beginning. That only scratches the surface of our Dryads. Now, if I remember correctly, along with the 4 new Dryad types, any of the currently existing Dryads can be combined into a new awakened version. So you do that by selecting three Dryads of the type that you've got. So we'll take 3 of our Chlora Dryads here. Oh, there we go. Awakened Dryads. Turn 3 Dryads of a type into an awakened version that is free from the trees. This new awakened Dryad will act as a normal animal of the colony in most aspects. As I recall, the downside to this, though, is that the Dryad is essentially separated from its tree. It can go wherever, it can move wherever it is free of the tree, but the downside to that, of course, is eventually it will die. But if we get an emergency situation, if we get a giant pack of mechanoids turning up, which to be fair, we very much might, because I did have a peek at the history graph, and gonna be honest, I'm not hugely optimistic. If we get a bunch of mechanoids turning up now, we can combine this into 11 awakened Dryads, and that could very much be the difference between life and death. But the cool thing about this is I think it might be time to not just run pure Chlora Dryads. I think this is where we start varying things up a bit, trying to get a bit more tactical with things. So I'm thinking at least 1 tree of bark skin, and then I think we've got to have a tree of at least 1 of each of the new Dryads just to see them. Even if we don't run them permanently, Pierre needs to look upon his new vassals. Give me a Galbrick Maker, and then we will also have one of the Nectar Makers too. So 1 group of Acid Spitters, maybe 2 groups of Acid Spitters, 2 groups of Chloras, and 1 group of Bark Skin. That way the Bark Skin can go in and headbutt the unstable power cells or the turrets, things like that. Now, because we have the draftable animals mod, because the base game drafting up and trying to release animals is a little bit jank, it does mean that we lose access to the Garanlan healing pods. But I've already tested it, and it does work fine with the new Dryads being able to draft those up and move them out. You do get access to, obviously, being able to awaken the Dryads there too, so it should work more or less fine. In a regular colony, of course, you wouldn't need that, because ideally, your regular colonists would have armor, weapons, turrets, you know. But in this colony, I do think that being able to draft up all the Dryads all the time is a necessary evil, but bear in mind, you won't be able to do that normally. I almost want to awaken some of the Dryads. Let's take like 3 of the Dryads I haven't renamed yet. Let's use them to awaken the upgraded version of the Dryad. Oh, there they go. Okay. Wakens in 24 hours. Okay, that's really good to know, because it means if a raid turns up, that means that we can't really respond with just awakening. You can't kind of min-max it and cheese it like that. It does mean in certain situations that it could be quite useful. Say, for example, we want to go onto the world map, we want to go raid somewhere or recover a relic, or if we get a mech cluster that might not awaken for a few days, that could be really useful. And now, now we wait. I don't know what I'm going to do about the names, though, because, of course, a lot of our Dryads have names. We'll count it as all of them dying. When they respawn, we'll rename the new ones after the old ones, but then the Chlora will get a whole new name. I can come up with creative names. I'm famous for creative names. Just ask Milky Truckles. Oh, now someone left a comment yesterday that I'm completely on board with. They said, in light of Milky's new appearance, please give everybody a new haircut where they have flowers in their hair. And I mean, how can I not? New Dryads, new look. Milky, you've started a revolution here, my friend. And before you ask in the comments, no, we cannot combine Pierre, and there is no awakened Pierre. And there's a very simple answer for that. You can't improve upon perfection, my friends. Well, I mean, you can when perfection in this case has a very itchy brain. Oh, and there will be an update to fit the anima theme too, which is what we're playing with this time around, because of course we've got a lot of different mods that link those together coming in the next couple of days, apparently. So unfortunately, gonna have to look at just plain old, regular, but really, really cool Dryads. And outside of admiring all of these amazing new Dryads today, of course, we're gonna try and cure Pierre's brain problems with our little Luciferium grove. We've got a Lucifer bug, we've got our, what will be the site of a Lucifer autobong, when we can reliably make Luciferium from bees. On the subject of that, another incredible, talented mod maker called Gareth has updated the Replace Stuff mod compatibility mod to allow us to quickly swap out our beehives with our far more advanced and better ones. I mean, once again, like, thank you to all these mod makers for for making this game just infinitely better. A very good game, even better still. They are, as always, the true powerhouse behind all of these series. I mean, I make mods too. I make mods. I completely rewrote the Dungeon Master engine the other day. It's like a work of art, if I'm going to be honest. 80% less code does the same thing. It's so efficient. Nobody cares about that anymore. I'm making mods for the wrong game. Why make mods when you can laugh at stupidly named Dryads sleeping on a throne? Look at him go. Great work, little Pierre. Although, now that I've made it so Pierre can sleep on the throne, we do have a spare animal bed. Boy, I hope Crusher the Muffalo comes back one day. You know, I think I'm going to have to actually do it. For advanced bee houses, we're going to need advanced power, and there is, of course, the advanced geothermal generator. Green power for a green settlement. The only issue is we're going to have to expand the workroom out pretty massively, I think. What was that noise? I sounded like a tree falling over, but I was so careful. Hello? New life is born. Oh, look at them. Holy crap. So I've gone for 10 acid spitter Dryads. We've got the 2 lots of Chlora Dryads, our little bark skins. They're, of course, base game. But we do have... It's like a little Yorkie. Oh, look at him. Chuckles the Third. Oh, hello. He's got 5 of those guys, and then the Nectar Makers, too. Those are horrifying. I'll be honest, those are straight out of Alien. Well, I mean, I am acutely aware the acid spitters aren't much better. Well, saying that, neither are the Chlora Dryads. They're really hideous, aren't they? I've only noticed that with these guys hanging around. Like these cute little Yorkshire Terrier looking motherfuckers next to straight up HR Geiger. In awe! Look at the size of that lad. Holy crap. Wow. I just thought it'd be, you know, kind of Pokemon style, slightly bigger with a few more spikes. I think it's like a fucking dragon. Good lord. He's massive. What are we going to name you, little guy? Well, not so little guy. I mean, we'll go for the obvious, boring starting name. I'll call you Chungus. I wonder how long they last, then. It did say on the... It's on the Patreon page, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I guess we'll find out soon, won't we? Generic Dryad Supremacy Boost, so he does gain a benefit from our ideology as well there. That being Dryad Supremacy from Alpha memes, of course. Whoa, what does he gain from that? Lower pain, high consciousness, higher moving, higher... I mean, look, the higher blunt, sharp, and melee DPS is fantastic. You know, I gotta try it. Before we really properly start renaming all these guys, let's take, Man, I'm going to have to make notes of this because I think our Bartskin Dryads all have, or at least for the most part, have names. I can only apologize to Lionheart, Dump McGavin, and Furbale. I'm updating the death spreadsheet with one extra for you guys. It is not so much of a death as it is a whole new beginning. Oh, well, you dodged that one, didn't you, pal? By virtue of sleeping under a different Dryad. And surely the acid spitters are the same story, right? 1, 2, and 3. Oh, this is too good. This is too good. And I assume that immediately... Right, so that immediately counts as only 1 of 5. So assuming you maintain the connection strength, spawning another immature Dryad in 6 hours. I'm not sure it'll last long enough to get those new ones in. Bear in mind, we've also got a boost from some other mods we've got going on here. So in vanilla terms, you're not going to be able to combine them all into these and then get 5 more and combine them, etc., etc. 23 hours for you. Does that mean we can have a giant Yorkie Dryad? Little Yorkie Dryad? My God, you actually can. And then giant nectar time. Oh, this is just too good. This is too good. It's a goddamn Muffalo insurrection right in the middle of my base. 3,839 threat points. What, for like 10 Muffalo? I'm not sure about that one, fella. 6 Muffalo. Oh, you fools. Finally, we can test this man out. You know what? Does search and destroy work? Should do, right? Kill them all. Get him, Chungus. Get him, Chungus. Oh, he's got him. Come on. Rip and tear. Rip and tear. Look at this man go. Holy crap. Next Muffalo. Get him. He can't be stopped. Okay, he might actually be stopped by this many Muffalo. I mean, they are still Muffalo at the end of the day, but he's doing a goddamn good job. That was 2 hits on that guy. There you go. There you go. There you go. We might need to start patching him up soon, though. Oh, keep fighting, little Chungus. You've got this. Oh! I think they sent him. Well, I was about to say, I was legitimately about to wait Petal up to go and tend to him then. Might be a bad idea for fairly obvious reasons. Let's test out some acid spitters, shall we? Hello, Muffalo. They're already on it. They're already on it. Look at them go. Okay. Okay, I like that. They're not quite Chungus level, but that seems pretty good. What about search and destroy? Does that work for those guys too? It does! That is insane. That's incredible, and that guy's now given up. My God. In hindsight, given that we are vegan, I could have just waited for it to... waited it to go to morning, and then they would have given up, but that's okay. Petal, what's happened to your eyes? Have our eyes changed? No. Don't tend him without medicine. Give him the best quality medicine possible. Tend it to Chungus. You got medicine in your backpack? Oh, okay, we're good, we're good. We do have the pharmacy mod enabled, so minor scratches, bruises, that type of thing won't be tended with... Oh, his tail was destroyed! Poor sweet Chungus. There's obviously not much point giving him a bionic, given that eventually he will die, but I think that's okay. So for the time being, I'm sacrificing a research bench to be able to build this geothermal generator. Because to be honest, we don't really need 2 research benches for the time being. 2 research benches aren't going to let us run that Luciferium autobong, so this is a much better use. There you go. Look at that thing. Grid excess 22,000 watts. We could have done with more batteries then in hindsight, eh? Oh, he's so majestic. He's like a big, long, hideous llama bird. Watch out, David Attenborough. I'm coming for your job. And as far as I recall, they all have unique abilities when they're in their awakened form. Otherwise, there wouldn't be much point in awakening them, would there? Sometimes I don't think before I speak, and that's how you become a YouTuber. Cast of Dryad, which specialize in producing a unique, shaggy, leather-like material. Its awakening has accelerated the fabric production and lengthens the shagginess, turning it into an adorable living wonder mop that cleans up messes. So again, to reiterate, they're proficient, specialized, and unshackled, so they can go anywhere and everywhere, and they are a lot faster in doing so. They can neither morph nor receive nourishment from a queen, resulting in a very limited lifespan. That's such a good way to balance them, I think. So have the others awoken as well? Whoa, look at that thing. That is horrifying and majestic. What do you do then? Let's take a quick look. Not with that button, you won't. A Dryad case specializing in territorialism and can launch ranged acid projectiles. Its awakening has improved their range and adds a large acid reservoirs that explode when the Dryad dies. Whoa. And then our other 2, we've also got the Bartskin, so my goodness where that's going. We've got the Awakened Nectar Maker. Allows it to permanently root itself. Whoa. Transforming into a hardy ambrosia palm tree. Like a permanent tree? Okay. How do we do that then? Its awakenings accelerate the ambrosia production, allows it to permanently root itself. Okay. Wait, fire? Where the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck's going on there? Wait, what? Indoors, 839 degrees C. I don't fucking think so. Oh, it's lighting fire to the workshop. Hey. What the hell is even that about? Indoors 859 C. What the hell do you mean? This may not actually work at all then in hindsight. Okay. Ironwood is non-flammable? No, it's flammable, but not as flammable. I guess what I could do... Oh, shit, that's really annoying. What if we remove the roof on it and then build a wall around the outside? Maybe that would work. If it counts outside, it might not heat up so much. That is not ideal, huh? Not ideal, I say, as our entirely wooden base catches fire. I would argue we're fairly beyond not ideal. I'd argue this is cataclysmic. Petal, can we take the roof off? Yeah, do that, please. It still counts as indoors. It must be just a center block. What the fuck is going on with that? Still counts as indoors. Even when I've taken the bloody wall off. Oh, this by itself counts as indoors. No, I'm not sure I agree. Yeah, 953 degrees C. 1,000 degrees C. That doesn't seem right. Huh. It's definitely a bit of a fire hazard. Okay. Well, look, on the plus side, I didn't build it atop a very flammable wooden floor in a room that contains all of our things. So maybe we don't have to worry about it that much. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's immediately solved the problem. And I'll be honest, I don't entirely know why. Why removing that single wall block there changed it. Okay, well, we're going to lose a few more resources removing the research bench again. I guess I'll put it there. No. Let's put it like... right there. Then we can reinstall the multi-analyze there and put one back on the other side if we ever want to build a second one. That way it fits in next to the door. That's a little annoying. I might encase it all in something non-flammable. I think at this point we have non-flammable beeswax that would just about do the job. I almost want some mechanoids or something like that turning up now so we can test it out properly. Now, I didn't look at the bark skin dryad, did I? It has created multiple layers of hardened bark and deadened all pain receptors. Oh. I mean, normally, that's a bit of a double-edged sword, installing pain stoppers on your people, because of course that means they'll fight until they die. But with an animal that's transient anyway, an animal that will die relatively soon anyway, that might not actually be that bad. I just hope we get some raiders now so that we can see how it works. Okay, there we go. I think that's safe now. My only regret is that we can't dig up the wooden floor underneath the bloody thing, not without taking away the entire geothermal generator, and we just don't have the resources to justify that. I just want to buy some steel, Linus Tech Tips. You don't gotta sell me a raptor. Alright, fine, I bought one anyway. Bees! Finally, it's all paying off. Look at all this steel. Oh, that reminds me. Somebody said, why are you making the statue of Pierre out of solid gold? I mean, other than the fact that it'll be glorious, when we should be making it out of a more natural material. Not that gold isn't natural. You know what I mean. Ideally, we'd make it out of, say, malorn wood, the most beautiful wood of all. But instead, we'll go with ironwood, because that also gives a sizable beauty bonus. Any statue of Pierre is better than no statue of Pierre. And sure, it's not solid gold, but I'll absolutely take that as a consolation prize. And Petal will work tirelessly until this is done. Won't you, Petal? I'm sorry, Petal, that's just not good enough. If this was any other series, that would be immediate execution. Oh my god, she's walking with her eyes closed. Ah, the life of a Rimworld YouTuber. Hey! Petal, there's no time for breaks. How could you be so naive? This is unbelievable. Pierre will be hearing about this. Incredible. Petal, that's not Pierre. Pierre, what a sharp beak you have. Okay, hang on a second. Pierre, there you go. Copy from Pierre, absolutely. And, oh, that's far better. I thought it would be bigger than that. I won't lie to you, given that it's 2x2. It's gigantic. My only concern is we're somewhat running out of room in Pierre's Groove Grove, given that we've got to put another 2 autobongs in here. Can we not fit it down the middle? Oh, damn it. I mean, instead, we could just have a giant statue of Pierre in the entrance to the entire base. I also love that he's floating there, too. That's a nice feature. Title, a devil? Petal, you son of a bitch. This bearing This carving bears an image of an elm tree. A vampire lies far from the main subject. The overall composition is well balanced. Pierre, in this case, is the metaphorical representation of the elm tree, which in turn is a metaphorical representation of nature itself. The vampire, of course, we all know, is mankind, feasting on the still warm blood of the nature it has defiled. And the well-balanced composition is a mockery of that which is not well-balanced, of course, mankind's hubris, and our attack on this fine planet. I can't help but notice there is a scale option on the statue itself. What happens if we just... Oh my god. He's so massive. Oh my god. You can see him from fucking orbit. That has brought me so much joy. I have tears in my fucking eyes. Look at his face. I llove the idea that you visit this base, you go through this giant, ridiculously long hedge maze, you cross the stone chunks, you turn a corner, bam, 20-foot Pierre. Oh, Pierre's just taking his raptor out for a walk. That's actually giving me a headache. Wow. Well, the steel production seems fairly consistent. It's slow, of course. We're only getting 5 steel per honeycomb. But when we've got however many beehives at this point, 27 of them producing 5 steel every day, I think it is. That's going to add up pretty damn fast. I'll be honest with you, I think I'm going to have to disable the ambrosia production. We're up to 1,700. We've got more combs than we can possibly process. What are we how are we doing for new terrain? I mean, what category is that? I have no clue. Oh, there it is. Only 612. I'm kind of surprised by that one. I might shut down roughly half of the ambrosia production. Bear in mind, we haven't even got the autobong on right now. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. It's finally time to test it. You fools, you've landed in completely the wrong place. Where are the big guys? Large Marge, get over here. Big Chungus. Big Chungus has stolen a bedroom, for fuck's sake. And the Spitter Dryad. Slime Slinger, there you are. Come over here. Oh. I'm losing my fucking mind. I was genuinely trying to box over giant statue of Pierre to draft him up. Being fucking gaslit by this statue. Oh my god. Okay, here it goes. Here it goes. Send your centipedes. No. What are you doing? Oh, they're following their master. Oh, you idiots. No. Turn around. No! My Galbrick makers. Where are the big guys? Big Chungus. Big Chungus, get in there. Fuck him up. Oh, Zerato the Third, you idiot. Holy shit, the Bartskin Dryads are in there too. I guess we'll go search and destroy for those guys. They can take the hits while the Clawers come in and finish them off. Oh, Shoopy! Poor little Shoopy, my Nectar man. We need to get them to not follow when drafted. That backfired a little bit. Obviously, some of them were Clawra Dryads, and since then they've been turned into, God damn, that guy took a lot of beating, didn't he? Since then, they've been transformed over. That wasn't really the best test bed, because I'm not sure quite how much damage each one did there. We need like we need a cluster rather than a raid, so that we can get them all lined up properly and kickstart it. I wanted to then get the Dryads in front of the Clawers who were in front of the Acid Spitters. To be fair, none of the Acid Spitters took damage. Kind of hard to quantify how much damage each one did, though. Damn. Oh, Acid Burn. Oh, they do some other stacking. Oh, look at that. A splash of acid that continues to cause burn wounds for quite some time after the initial attack. Oh, sweet. Okay. Again, wasn't the best test bed, but they certainly dealt with them bloody fast. You know what? We've seen the Nectar Dryads, and we've got some of the... I think I'll leave the Galbrick ones around for a while, but as for the Nectar Dryads, we've got so much bloody ambrosia right now. It's a weird position to be in. They're not so useful currently. Let's flip those guys back over to... what have we got right now? We've got 2 lots of Clawra Dryads, 1 lot of bark skin, and 2 lots of acid. I feel like more Clawras are probably the right way to go. We could double down and go entirely acid. The problem with that, of course, is the enemies, if they break through our bark skin and our kind of 2 groups of Clawras, having that many acid guys could be a little bit dangerous given that they've got no armor. Let's go for Clawras again for a little while. And then I'll probably transform the Gal Dryads into... oh shit, let's transform the wrong one like a fool. Yep, brilliant. Oh no, No, I am losing my mind. Okay, so let's put you guys back on Chlora. There you go. And then Nectar boys will swap over to Chlora already. Okay, that's good. Then we'll let the little Galbraith makers hang around a little bit longer. Get as much as we can out of them to cover us for a little while. Again, this series, they're not so relevant because we're not using clothes. And I think eventually we'll swap them out for another group of probably bark skin, to be honest. And I mean, this is it, right? This is like premium Dryad experience. We've actually got options that are worthwhile. Base game, you've got bark skin and Chloras, obviously, but I'll be honest. The bark skin are kind of crap. But with this, not only do the bark skin have that advantage of being able to transform into the bigger bark skin, but you've got other Dryads that need that protection provided by the bark skin. So it all works together really nicely. I do think the Big Chungus is supposed to have died by now, though. It's been 1 year, 29 days. I don't know how the hell that much time has passed. What the fuck? 175. How has that happened? Yeah, I do feel like he's supposed to have died by now, which is probably just a bug with the early version of the mod. Well, let's be reasonable. It's probably more likely a bug with this friggin' mod pack. Oh, and there it is. The first Spacer bee house. I'm going to throw on a hybridization and brood chamber again. This is going to be where we breed out our Lucifer bees. And then with that, little Pierre will be back to his regular old self. I thought I'd better finally get around to upgrading Milky and Dice with the Anima Bionics, given that there are two founders and the most sensible ones to do that with, of course. You're not funny, by the way, the 4,000 commenters who have all said, haha, Milky needs to be upgraded with the wooden plates because haha, Milky and wood. Everybody said it. It's not original. I have done it, though. Okay, I have done it. Damn, Milky, are those wooden plates in your pocket? Are you just happy to see me? What do you mean you don't have any pockets? Need material? Are we out of medicine? No. How can we be out of medicine? We've got shitloads of medicine. What do you mean? Oh, you need probably just regular medicine to... Okay, you can't use herbal medicine by default. That's a shame. So he's got one lung and one leg. Well, never mind. I didn't want to make them totally tree anyway. He's got the mind Dryad in his head, of course, but he's got kind of like wooden plates, anima stomach. Internally, he's very much magic tree man. But externally, he's got, you know, he's got wood where it counts. And then I wanted to give him the anima legs without the anima arms, and then Dice the opposite. We're going to give Dice the wooden arms because she's our farming expert, right? Yeah, my hideous malformed son. Do my eyes deceive me? That right there, my friends, is one Lucifer Queen. Oh, damn it. We got so close to curing Pierre. Big Chungus, though. Big Chungus is ready to go. Get him, Chungus. Oh, my God. He's getting fucked up. Get out there, Slime Slinger. I assume he has the same vulnerability as the other Acid Slingers. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Get him, Chloras. Holy shit. Save Big Chungus. Save that man's life. Acid Spitters. Let's get them all lined up down here. Let's take you out. Aye! My garden lights. What the fuck is wrong with you? Well, you better run. Not a fan of these mechanoids dropping right on our base twice in a row. That's not okay. It means that I still can't really test these Dryads out properly. I'm almost tempted to sit them in a caravan at this point and send them out on a raid. Just to see how good they hold up. This world is lucky we're vegan. I'm going to have to do like a follow-up series where we're malevolent Dryad rulers. Evil Pierre. Because nothing says good guy like giant towering statues of yourself all over the city. And that right there are our first two Lucifer drones. All of the crossbreeding, the power grid building, the research into more advanced beehives and power sources, all of this to cure one itchy Dryad. You know what? Oh, goddamn, do it again. Oh, there it is. One entire Luciferium. Wait, where is it, though? It's out here somewhere, I'm sure. There it is. All that for a drop of Luciferium. But we've done it now. I also had to convert the little Yorkshire Terrier Dryads into Carrier Dryads. Because, my God, we were making so much honey. But look at that sidebar. 2,600 Ambrosia, 200 Wake Up, 200 Flake, 200 Go Juice, 2,000 Yayo, and 1 Luciferium. Pierre, my friend, we're all in on the Groove Grove. Turn it back on. Holy shit. I think we might have gone a little bit hard on the autobongs there. I can barely see Pierre. So we have a Wake Up Fogger. Oh, I accidentally built it out of steel. Bollocks. We've got a Wake Up Fogger, an Ambrosia Mister, a Flake Up, Snow Cannon, Autobong, and Go Sprayer. Sorsha is in the middle of all of that getting Probably the greatest dose she's ever had in her whole life. My fucking god. Look at it. Ambrosia, Go Juice, Wake Up, Flake, Smoke Leaf, Yayo, all in one go. The dream has been fulfilled. Let's do it. Let's have the chill. Good luck, team. Enjoy yourself. What a goddamn time to be alive. Petal's complaining she needs more variation and recreation activities. That is some mad chat coming from someone who could probably hear colors right now. This is not the greatest chill I've... That's what I fucking thought. Unforgettable. Unforgettable. Look at this shit. Even walking into the room sans drugs, it would probably be unforgettable. You guys can go now, thank you. And the best part is we can reform the Ideal Legend. So if anybody has any suggestions for where next to take it, if it's necessary, we shouldn't just do it because we can, but if there is any good suggestions, I'm all ears. But there it is, Pierre's Groove Grove. The maddest grove I think we're ever going to have in Rimworld. My god, look at this mood. Look at this fucking mood. Sad because her bedroom is impressive. She's recreation deprived, which I've got to disagree with. Sleeping alone, can't really help that one. We've got a pen marker for the Lucifer bug, which again we can't help, and she's got supreme expectations. So it's basically things that we can't really adjust. Everything else though, this is the perfect Rimworld colony. We couldn't make our people happier at this point. So now all we need is a little patience with our Lucifer bees, and then we can cure Pierre. And then everything is back to normal, with the exception of a copious amount of drugs. And finally, of course, thank you all for watching. Now, today I will give a special thank you, first and foremost, again, to the Vanilla Expanded team for their incredible work on the Dryads mod. It is an honor to be able to experience and play such Dryad goodness. And what I'm going to be doing is in the top comment and in the description, I'll be throwing a link to the Vanilla Expanded team's Patreon. Please go and check it out if you want to have a look. They've got plenty of good backer rewards on there, and you can support the development of other future mods like this, all of which, as I'm sure we all know, are supreme quality and enrich all of the Rimworld experiences I think I've ever had. At least for as many mod packs I can remember now, there has been some variety of the Vanilla Expanded mods in there, more than a dozen at least. So thank you to those guys, and again, check it out if you possibly can. Big thank you, of course, to my own patrons for giving me the time of day to produce as much content as I do. Thank you to Mr. Moma, Gordy Number 1, Neo Zila, Facundo Vasquez, Mert Skirt, The Long Hoff, Jack, Black Sheep, Simba, Almadel Solomonis, Alice to the Rescue, Mega Oscapone, Lupus, Thomas Law, GJ, Voodoo Mumbo, Adram, Talia, Ken the Eagle, and Q. Thank you all for your support over on Patreon. A thank you as well to Prince Medixis, Warsheep, Lanath, Black Magic, Sendy, Solsalor, The Apocalypse Shovel, The Gentleman, Ghostronor, Edzuki, McFluffy, The Fluffiest of Fluffies, Cold as Flame, Catlord, Skylar Drake, Vegan Slayer, Remduel, and Scott as well. See you all tomorrow.